Hello there, natural perfume lovers. It is Jessica here from Sensoriam with our next wonderful interview for our Founder.I.Am Series. And today I am joined by the gorgeous Olivia Davies from Yusei, a new brand for Sensoriam that we would love to help you all learn a little bit more about. So welcome, Olivia.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Jess, for having me.
You are so welcome. Now, it looks like you're in the tropics there. Tell us, where
Yes,
in the world are you coming from?
it does. I am coming from Avalon. So I come from Avalon. It's so beautiful. I feel like it's the end of the earth. I've just spent the last 3 days in the city and I haven't been there for so long. And I felt like, oh my gosh, there's a whole other world out there. It sounds ridiculous. But since having kids, I really haven't left. I live and I work here. And yeah, I feel very, very lucky.
It is definitely a beautiful part of the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah. And
and
it's a slow part.
yeah, slow and a
Mm.
bubble. So
Yeah.
it's understandable that you haven't sort of made your way over to the other side of Sydney for a while.
It sounds ridiculous. I think it's more the kids, not
Yeah,
because, yeah, it's a time thing.
no, definitely. So we absolutely love Yusei as a brand, the
Mm.
beautiful bottles, the beautiful scents, everything about it is just so considered. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what was the journey that led you to creating a natural perfume brand? Because I know that wasn't where you started. You're actually a nurse. So
Yeah.
tell us about that journey.
Yeah. So, my mom was really into aromatherapy when I was growing up. So my whole life, she was always very naturally inclined, and my whole life I was kind of around that. And I loved like tinctures and herbs and scents. I've always just been drawn to scents. I was always like making
Mm,
little potions in bottles and
mm,
leaving them outside under the moon and just,
mm,
just like distilling flowers. I just loved it. And then I also love people and touch and healing and my mum actually did nursing and I looked up to her. And so
mm,
I wanted to be a nurse and I went and studied nursing, and there was one particular moment that I remember was when I
mm,
was working in a rehabilitation ward, and I walked in, and this woman was getting ready to go home. And I walked in and I walked into this wall of perfume. She'd just gotten up and gotten dressed and she was feeling really good. She's like, oh my gosh, I've showered and I just feel good.
mm,
And I walked into this wall of perfume and I just got an instant headache.
mm,
And I just thought to myself, I thought, wow, like this woman has been to hell and back and
mm,
she is now going home
mm,
and she's put on whatever she's put on to feel good.
mm,
And I have a huge headache from it. And I'm like,
mm,
surely that can't be good for you. Surely
mm,
that's not a part of healing.
mm,
And the more and more I looked into what was in perfumes, the more and more horrified I became.
mm,
And it was just very natural from there. I was just like, I want to create something that is beautiful, that is chic, that is an easy transition because I know people are really married to their scents and to
mhm.
conventional perfumes. And I also am well aware that it's the last thing to go. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll change my washing powder
Yeah.
or my dishwashing detergent or little things around the house
Mm,
or my spray that I use for the bench tops.
mm.
But I feel like perfume is so personal. And perfume, deodorant, and toothpaste, I feel like are the three things that are last on the list.
Right.
And they're the
Yeah.
three things that we use every single day.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to create something that was 100% natural,
Mm,
that had no endocrine disruptors in it, that
mm,
was sexy and beautiful and back to nature.
mm, mm,
So I went on a journey to create something, and I cannot tell you how many manufacturers I went to that
mm.
tried to sway me the other way.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I probably went to like 11. And they were just like, oh, yeah, I understand like the concept of you wanting to create something natural. But, you know, if we go with nature identical, we just have so much more room to play. And I'm like, what's nature identical?
Yeah. Yeah.
And nature identical is something that's compounded synthetically to be identical to nature. And I'm like, well, what's the point in that? I'm like, that's not, I don't want synthetics in my perfume. And so then I was like, okay, well, what are other perfume brands doing? How are they doing this if I'm so swayed the other way by these manufacturers that are, really rare in Australia, even now, but definitely when I started, there was only a handful. And the more I looked into the ingredients lists on perfumes that said that they were natural, it was like synthetics used sparingly or nature identical. And I'm like, well, I know what nature identical means now, and I don't
Yeah.
want that in my perfume. So, how are they saying it's a natural perfume when that's not necessarily the case? And, as you know, perfume is so unregulated. We are able to put whatever we want in the bottle and sell it, and it's safe. If it's available, it's safe. And that's just so, so, so bad because I think, well, where do we spray perfume as women? On our thyroid. And what problems do we all have? Hormonal problems. It's like so obvious what's going on. And so I found this one company
Yeah.
and they were like, I hear you. We are on the same page. They do compounding for really big brands. They do both natural and non-natural. But I found a little pocket within their entity that I work with a great team. I work with a pharmacist I work with a chemist and a perfumer.
Yep.
Actually, he's a chemist and a pharmacist. He's both. He worked in pharmacology before and now he's a chemist. And we work really closely and we go and source from farms all over the world wherever the plant grows, it's indigenous to that country. So the lavender is from France. If we ever use tea tree, it would be from here. If we use Western Australian sandalwood, like it's really beautiful. So we work really closely with the farms and ensure that it's all ethical and sustainable. And we get it from there. So it's not organic, but it's grown in its natural environment in its country of origin. So it is organic, but it's not certified because the farms that we buy from are so small that they're not going to be able to afford to be certified organic. But everything in our perfumes is a wood, a bark, a flower, a resin, and it's literally nature in a bottle and it's alive. And I love that about our brand. I love that it's alive.
So beautiful and resonates on so many levels for my journey and finding out all of those things. And for us at Sensorium, natural means that it is 100% natural.
Yep.
And I understand all of the different reasons and arguments why others choose to do a little bit of synthetic or something like that. But for us and for me, it was just like, I think you say it as one of your lines, natural or nothing.
Natural or nothing. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's on our bottle. That's on our boxes. It's just so important. It's like the most important thing to me. And there is nothing worse, honestly, for me personally, than just someone hugging me with a synthetic perfume on and it's sticking to me and not being able to escape from it.
Yes.
And what I love about our perfumes is it really, because it's so natural, it really works with your skin and with your body composition, and every scent is so different on every person, and it's unisex. So my partner will wear it the same. He'll wear it and I'll wear it, the same one, and it will smell completely different because our bodies are different and our makeup is different.
Yeah.
And it's really sexy. Like that's our feedback so often is like, wow, this is so chic and sexy. And that was important to me because I think it's important to move with nature.
Because we are nature.
We are.
And so the name Yusei,
Yep.
where did that come from and why?
Yusei is actually my partner's middle name.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Ah,
if you knew him, you would laugh at what it means because it
okay.
means someone or something unconventional.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what we are. We are unconventional in our brand. We are unconventional in yeah, what we deliver and what we offer. And I'm so glad about it. But it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. It's a Japanese word, and um, yeah, it also means a star that doesn't sit in its constellation, which is
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So similar sort of concepts
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Good. And so when you were formulating the scents, what was the inspirational for each one?
So we had just done a trip to LA. Well, actually, it's for work. My partner has lived there for the last 10 years before we moved back here, and we'd just been to LA, and we went to Topanga, and it was so beautiful. It was summer. The scent was like out of this world, and that's really one of the inspirations for two of our scents, fluorescence and petrichor.
Petrichor.
And alchemy was somewhat inspired by a little chalet that we lived in on the water. It was like this 100-year-old little chalet when we first started going out, and it had like really old floorboards, and it
Yeah.
was, by the water, and there were beautiful eucalyptus trees, and it's quite spicy. And that was the inspiration for that one. And I guess because my partner and I created this together,
Yeah.
incense is very much like the masculine and the feminine. It's tobacco and
Mm,
rose, and yeah, they're beautifully blended in that bottle.
mm. Definitely. Yeah, I would agree in terms of the unisex appeal. And recently at the pop-up we had in Birkenhead Point, fluorescence was so popular.
It's so
People just
popular.
loved it. It was
Yeah,
springtime too. I think that helped
yeah,
in terms of
yeah,
the feel. But I always am, I always enjoy the reaction that a man or a woman have to alchemy.
yes,
Because it literally is alchemy at the same
mm,
time. It is its
hmm,
word, I find.
yeah,
Because one, it works differently on different skin, but both men and women like it. Like there's something very deeply intoxicating about that
yes,
particular scent.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's one that I very much enjoy wearing.
I love it. I have it right here. I just put it on
Yes.
before. It's
Yes.
honestly, I've never smelt a perfume like it.
No.
And I think that that's what draws people in. And it's so interesting that you said that about fluorescence because every single retailer that we have has a different favorite.
Mm.
Yeah, and like one that sells differently. And I
Yes.
find incense, people either are obsessed with it or
Mm.
they don't
Yeah.
really go there. It's not for them.
Yeah.
And I find that really interesting as well. I'm like, oh, like what in you is so
Yeah.
drawn to that? But what
Mm-mm.
I love about our fragrances is quite often people buy more than one. And I think
Yeah.
to have that in a range is, I feel so lucky and so grateful to have created that because quite often, like, as a customer myself, prior to having our brand, I loved perfume and I would go and quite often only like one perfume from,
Mm.
whatever brand it was. And what I love about ours is that people like multiple. And I think that I'm like, oh yeah, like we're onto something here.
Mm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you are a mum as well.
I'm a
Did that
mom
happen before or after launching?
during.
During. Okay.
During. So
You are crazy then.
I'm mad. So we actually started like at the worst possible time in modern history.
It's true, right? That Asterix moment that everyone,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yep. And I was like, no, I'm running with this. And it was when all shops were closing. And how do you buy perfume online? I don't
Yeah.
know. People do. So that's really cool. And I just remember we received our biggest order ever, like
Mm,
huge, like 12 of each, like the biggest one that we'd ever had to
yeah.
date.
Yeah.
And I think I gave birth like 2 days later.
Oh
And I
my.
remember to my first child, and I remember like my mom helping, my brother helping, my
Yeah.
partner helping. We were just trying to pack everything up and courier it off
Yeah.
and like checking everything. And yeah, so that was full on. And it's been a journey. Like, as you know, when you run a small business and you wear many hats, it's hard to be across everything. But they really inspire me. They really inspire me to try new things. And they also really distract me.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're not in care. But I'm inspired to work hard at something that I truly believe in. And I really love that I'm able to stand strong and true in what I've created so that they can see and know that, oh, wow, like my mom or my parents really stood for something and ran with it. And that's
Yeah.
important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do either of them have favorites of the scents or?
No, they're so little, but Lua loves putting things on. So she this morning she was walking around with one of the Lahul parfums and she was like trying to put it on her face.
Yeah.
But she sees both Ty and I put on our Lahul perfumes. We mostly wear the oil
The
perfume here,
roll-ons? Yeah.
purely because we do have kids and I don't really want them
Yeah.
like breathing anything in, even if it is natural. But I like the closeness and the intimacy of putting an oil on. I think it's really beautiful, like the ritual of it. And they see us do that every day, a couple of
Yeah.
times a day. Like we'll just put it on and they can
Yeah.
smell it. And my son is 3. He goes, that's so good.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I love about our brand is that you can wear it when you're pregnant. You can wear it when you're breastfeeding. You don't have to worry. And what I will say, as this is like my clinical hat going on, is that like I think it's really important to smell like you, especially when you're breastfeeding, because
Yeah.
that's what your baby looks for. And our scents are they can be quite strong, but as the Lahul parfum, as I was saying before, it's a little more intimate and you can put it on and it works with your skin and your scent still comes through. It's not too overpowering. And I think that that's something that is important when you're in that phase of life. But it's also still noticeable. Like people are like, "Oh, what are you wearing? I love that." So it's there, but it's not obtrusive.
So good. Now you were a nurse in a past life and
Yes.
still studying and things. So what is it that you feel you've brought from that career and profession into the world of perfumery?
Honestly, I care. And I think that that is something that I've always cared. I've always cared about people. I've always cared about what I put on my body. I've always cared about what I put in my body. And I wanted to, well, I guess I was working so much with chronic diseases. I was just kind of like, well, what is causing all of this? Like, why are we so sick as a society? I mean, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist, especially now, to kind of stand back and go, oh, okay, well, hang on, we put all of this on our bodies every single day and we're eating all of this and we're not doing X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, what can I bring that can make a dramatic difference? And it was perfume to me because it was so natural because it was something that I already loved, that I was already interested in, that I had been playing around with since I was little, and something that, yeah, that is a ritual because ritual is also really important to me.
Okay. Yeah.
And I
So what?
care. Like I
Yeah.
want people to be well. Like I don't want people to be worrying about like why they have an endocrine problem or
Yeah.
why they have skin sensitivities or like if we can just fix little things and tweak little things, like people, there have been so many people who've contacted us that have just been like, oh my gosh, since I've started wearing your perfume, this has happened and this has happened and I feel like this and and it's not to say that our perfumes cure anything because they absolutely don't, but
Yeah.
what is removed from our perfume
Yeah.
is so beneficial to your wellness as a human. Mm.
So then from that clinical point of view,
Mm.
because not everyone knows exactly what effects that synthetic perfumes can have, can you help people learn a little bit more about that?
Yes. So I'll try and use really, um, I've also got mum brain, so I am going to use simple
Yep,
terms.
normal. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, what is in perfumes are things called phthalates, and phthalates are what help the perfume penetrate the skin into the subcutaneous tissue, like the first layer, so that the scent sits in there and lasts a long time.
Yes. Yep.
So, what phthalates do is, well, they work as a xenoestrogen, so they mimic estrogen within the body. And when you're putting that on every day and it's going into your system, like our skin is the largest organ, that's going to cause that's clearly going to cause problems. And also, what people don't know is that so many ingredients in Australia are banned in the USA. They're banned in Canada. They're banned in the UK. They're banned in Europe, and they're not here. Like we're allowed to have them in our whatever. It's unbelievable. And I just think, well, what are we doing? Like if that's not allowed because of copious amounts of research and so many different papers, like what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah. And so within the like hospital system even,
Mm.
you can walk into those places and then they've got the little spray diffusers on, on the walls and
That's
things
my
like
least
that.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
Or a shopping center,
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been in talks with shopping centers and just like how can we not have that? Or how can we have that but not like have it land on my clothes and on my face and on my kid's face, and how can we just keep people well?
Yeah. Keeping
Mm,
people well.
mm.
Yeah. Health of self, health of planet
Yes.
at the same time.
Hmm.
So since then beginning, you say, have you noticed any shifts within the perfume industry? Or what are you seeing happening?
What I'm seeing happening is more people are knowing and understanding that conventional perfumes are not that great for you. And there are more and more natural brands popping up. And I love this. Like, so many people are like, aren't you worried? I'm like, no, I'm not worried. It brings more awareness to the
Yeah.
fact that what we've been putting on our bodies for so long is not okay. And this is just it helps my brand. I love it. I think it's great. So many more natural perfume brands. You as a human, just like in what you've created is amazing. Just the education is so important. And people don't know what they know until they know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like yourself, for me, it was about how can I make it easy for people?
Yeah.
How can I do it so that it's all in one place?
Mm-hmm.
We've done the checks, so we
Mm-hmm.
know that it's all 100% natural. So you can come in and trust that and then just choose to your heart's content. I
Mm-hmm.
often have people who, when they've found it, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it that I found you. And then now, how do I choose? Because
Yeah.
there's so many really good ones. And it's about helping them to match, like,
Mm.
what really resonates for you? What do you love the scent of and things? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what's in store at Yusei? What's the future? What's the
Oh,
dots?
it's really exciting. We actually have some new scents coming out, which I
Wow.
am like so excited about because well, they're very me. And I
Mm.
think that that's what excites me the most.
Yes.
They're a Lahul perfume, so they're an oil perfume, and they're just so gorgeous. Like I have to send you some. They are just so beautiful. So we're just currently getting our labels made, which that's a whole story. The
Yeah.
labels, they're so beautiful. I mean, I'm going to tell the story because I think it's a great story. But when we were in New York, I was going on a walk one day and I walked into this very random store on the Lower East Side, And for some reason, like it just was not a store that I would ever normally walk into. And for some reason, I was drawn to the back. And so I floated to the back of the store and I looked over and there was this really old perfume bottle, like an antique
Oh,
bottle, empty with a fabric label. And I was
yes.
like, that moment, I was like, I want to create a perfume brand and I want a fabric label. That
Yeah.
was like the moment. And it took me a year and a half
Yeah.
to find someone who would make a fabric label. So we searched high and low. I went to like the most random, like wallpaper places
Oh,
in like the middle of absolutely nowhere. And
yeah.
I'm like, could you do this? And they were like, what?
Ah,
No, we do wallpaper. I'm like, no, but like you do like textured wallpaper. Like
yeah.
this was a few years ago now. And I couldn't find them anywhere. I ended up finding a boutique company like in the hills in LA.
Mm,
And that's where we get our labels. They're all handmade. And that's where we get them made and printed. And our bottles are from Spain. And everything's just like
yeah.
considered. And we've worked really hard to have it like that.
And so it's clearly you love travel as well and going to different places. Do you have some favorite places that you'd like to travel to?
I mean, look, my partner has traveled to every country like 3 times.
Wow.
I haven't. I've done quite a bit, but I would love to do more. I look at our kids and I just think, oh my God, that would be impossible on a plane, considering we literally never leave Avalon at the moment. But my favorite place on earth would have to be like Xantos or Fethiye in Turkey. It's
Oh,
so
wow.
beautiful. I'm half Turkish. My dad was Turkish and
Beautiful.
he was Turkish Australian. Yeah. And it was a really special time for me to travel there. I was 24 and I was with my dad and it's honestly like the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And that inspires me. Every nature inspires me. Everywhere inspires me.
Well, I look forward to the Turkish inspired scent from you, say, at one point.
It's coming.
Right. Oh, good. Very good. And where do you love to wear your perfume? You know, when someone says to you, how should I wear natural? What are
Yeah.
the different ways of wearing natural? What do you suggest?
I wear my perfume every single day.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I wake up and I have a shower, or if I like on the off chance I go for a swim, I put it on. Like I just feel so alive, especially as a mom when you're tired and you haven't slept, like you've been up all night and you don't feel good in you. I feel like just stopping and pausing for a moment and just putting something on that is alive and breathing it in and just having that whole experience, just not like spraying it on and running out and not
Yeah.
thinking about it, but like
Yeah.
intentionally wearing it. It is so beautiful. And so I try and do that every day and I love it. It just is like, and every time I get a whiff of it, I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. I love it. So yeah. I mean, the pinnacle is, I've always said, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I would just die if someone wore our perfume on their wedding day.
Ah,
I
well,
would
there we
just be,
go. We've got to find someone now.
yeah. Well, my
Challenge set.
friend sent me a video like probably, probably a year ago now. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, Livy, my friend is wearing your perfume and she's getting married this morning. And she sent me a
Oh,
video and I was like, oh my gosh, you don't
what?
understand. I've always said
Right.
that's like the pinnacle. You've won. If someone chooses to wear your perfume, something you've created on their wedding day, that's it for me.
Because you also know that that is going to be associated as a scent memory
Yeah. And that
forever and a
is,
day.
yeah.
That when they smell that, it'll take them back for better or for worse as well.
Yeah. Let's check in
Yeah, that's
in
right.
20
10
years.
years we'll ask. Ah, too funny. But when you wear your perfume, are you on your neck or do you like on the wrist or are you
I
a
wear
hair?
it.
Are you a hair
Yeah.
person? Are you a
Yeah.
clothes
So I put it
person?
on my pulse points and
Yeah.
I always like naturally I put it on my pulse points and then I just do it behind my ears like this and then I
Nice.
just like roll it down like that.
Yes.
Mm.
Ooh, that
That's
looks
how
good.
I put my perfume on.
Okay.
Mm. If you were to spray it, I would probably do, I like to do like here when I
Because
spray
so
it.
then you can smell it more
So then I can
independently.
smell it, but
Yeah.
also I just find that it's like nicer, like it disperses further when you
Mm.
spray it here, and then I think I spray it here. Oh gosh, I haven't worn my eau de parfum in so long. I
Mm.
love the Le Parfum. I'm
Yeah.
always putting that on. But yeah, I think that's how I do it. I think I do here, one, two, three, three. I do
Yeah.
three sprays.
Three
Yeah,
sprays. Yeah.
yeah.
Gorgeous. Because we do always have people asking us, like,
Yes.
where are the best points and
Yeah. I
um,
think the points
different
where
ways.
where I mean, I'm sure everybody's different, but
Mm.
where you heat up, where you
Mm.
have, that blood really pumping.
Mm.
You got
Yeah.
your radial pulse here, it goes there and it moves.
Mm.
Mm.
Sometimes I like to do just like on the inside of my hand here.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Weird spot, I know, but I just find because then I use my hands a lot when I
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I often will get a whiff like that.
Yes.
Or if I'm in meetings online and things like that, no one will
Yeah.
know. People can see if you're like this and you like take
Yeah,
a
I
whiff.
know what you mean
But if
because
I've
I
just got
like
my
to
hands
smell
here, then
it.
I'm just like, yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
you can
there.
just be taking a little.
Yeah, yeah. I also, if I'm doing like an oil perfume, I really like to make sure that it like has
Mm,
sat here, like in my hairline a little bit, so
yeah,
that when
nice.
people hug you, they get the experience of it
Mm,
too.
mm, mm,
Mm.
so good. Well, it has been such a pleasure to dip into the world that is Olivia and the world that is Yusei. We absolutely love having you as a part of Sensorium
Oh, thank
and
you. I
can't
love
wait
being a
for
part of
more
it.
people to smell it as well and smell the new ones that are coming out soon.
Yay! So excited. Thanks so
Yay.
much for having me. I feel honored to have you love our brand.
You're very welcome. So, all of our lovely people who want to try, you say, you do your sampling through little spray cards.
Yes, so
So it's a
we
bit of
do
a
our
different
sampling through
experience.
cards, and this is it has never been a problem for us, but quite often, like when we go to sell to a retailer, they'll be like, "Oh, do you have like a little sample that you also sell that we can sell?" And I always want to say yes,
Mm,
and we have tried it. We have done it in the past, but the answer really is no because we haven't found a way that it's sustainable.
mm,
Like every single bottle that we use is reusable. You can use it. You can take it off. You can take the atomizer out, and you can use it. I have
mm.
got like little flowers in mine around the house. Like
Yeah, lovely.
everything is reusable, and what it costs to make to then throw out is just not worth it for me. So we have these beautiful cards.
Yeah.
It's actually on like a beautiful organic cotton card,
Mm,
and it's closed, so it comes in a like a little envelope. So when you open it, the scent has been sprayed or the oil has been dropped
mm.
there
Yeah.
and closed, and then it's been in the envelope, and it stays there for ages.
Mm,
And what actually I encourage is when you get that, put it on you, like rub your wrist on the page and experience it because it is there. It stays there. It lives there. It changes there. And they're really, really inexpensive what we sell them for. So it's not like you're having to pay like $20 to experience the perfume or
beautiful.
or 30 or 40. A lot of samples are quite expensive. It's affordable. And also the artwork is beautiful. So it's also like a little keepsake.
They're very cute. They're
Yeah.
really lovely. And so, yes, we have customers all over the world that
Yeah.
these can head to in all different corners. So,
Yeah, and I was inspired by another brand. She's a beautiful girl who I actually am in contact with. She has a really, really sweet little label over in Spain, and it's very different from ours. It's just an oil. I think she only does 1 scent, and it's off the land that she lives. And I was like, I really want to experience that, and that's how she did her samples, and I bought it from Spain and it arrived and it got held up in customs and it arrived and I could still smell it. It was so beautiful.
yeah.
The artwork was so lovely and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I want to create this. This is
We can do that.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
you don't have like a little bottle. And I know that people, like to take little samples and spray them in their handbag, but that's also why we have a little parfum in the same scent. So you can purchase that and you can put that in your handbag and you can take that with you. And you can refill it. You can send everything back to us and we'll refill it and you'll get 25% off.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you, Olivia. It's been a pleasure today.
Thanks for
And
having
I look
me.
forward to more people stepping into the world of Yusei as well.
Me too.